Are you getting this? Are you understanding the difference between acting as if and pretending and living in the end in your mind? You don't have to walk around in a wedding dress. You don't have to put a ring on your finger. All you have to do is imagine how it would be and who you would be if it were true. What would you see, hear, touch, experience? How would you feel about yourself, about them, about the situation? What would you be experiencing in your 3D reality if it were already here? Okay, let's do a laws lesson about living in the end. 3 of the questions in the Subconscious Laws Squad right now are all about living in the end. Some people are asking, what is a schedule to live in the end? Or living in the end versus acting as if? And if we want to be in our happy end relationship, should we imagine the steps like engagement, wedding day, honeymoon, etc.? In this laws lesson, I'll teach you all about living in the end and what that really means. So guys, if you haven't joined the squad right now, you are missing out on the Manifest What You Want by Christmas challenge. We do it every year, and every year we have so much success. I know I personally manifested exactly what I wanted one Christmas on Christmas Day, the way I had scripted it, word for word. It happened for me, and it happened for so many other people that year and the year before. And this year we're going to have just as much success. We give you daily posts, and it's a really fun way to get your manifestation by the end of the year. So come and join us. All right, guys, let's talk about living in the end and acting as if, first of all. So acting as if is just bullshit, okay? Acting in the 3D, doing anything in the 3D towards your manifestation won't help you. So you can act as if all you like, but that's not using your mind. So any manifestation teacher who teaches you to act a certain way is not really getting this. You can embody the new you and the person who has their end and has their manifestation, but embodiment and acting as if are 2 completely different things. So I want you to be the person with the end in your mind, not act like the person with the end in your mind. So if you're acting as if you were married, acting as if instead of thinking as if would be walking around in a wedding dress or wearing a fake wedding ring on your finger, and people ask you when you're out, oh my God, you're married? And then you have to go, no, I'm manifesting. And then they'll be like, you're a nutcase, okay? Just do it in your mind, guys. You don't have to stick a ring on your finger and act like a lunatic. You don't have to walk around in a wedding dress privately in your home in the hope that some man's going to knock on your door and marry you. You live in the end of married in your mind. So as you go to bed at night, you imagine there's a man there who's your husband. As you get up in the morning and make breakfast, you imagine there's a man there, your husband, that you're cooking breakfast for. He's cooking breakfast for you, even better. You don't go making a second bacon and eggs in the hope that the man shows up. That's just fucking ridiculous. That's taken the delulu too far. You guys have got to understand that the point of living in the end is that you don't worry about what happens in the middle to get there. You just imagine where you want to be and imagine you have it now. Believe you have received it and you will. Not believe you will receive it. Believe it's coming. Believe you have to act like it's coming. Believe you have to act it out. Believe you have to put on a wedding dress. No. Believe you have received it and you will. So the received it is the end. So what is the it you want? So the it you might want is marriage, or the it you might want is someone free from a bad situation, or the freedom from an illness, say, right? So whatever the end is in mind, say you've been given a really bad health diagnosis. Well, the end is you want to be healthy and you're free of that diagnosis. Maybe you imagine the doctor saying, prognosis negative, we got it wrong, you're free to go, you don't need this, you don't need this treatment that we said, forget about it, it's fine. It could be that you want to be married. So you imagine your beautiful husband, if you're already with them. You imagine you and them together. Or if you don't even have anyone in mind, you imagine the wedding day, or you imagine your honeymoon, or you imagine your 50-year wedding anniversary with a faceless man. You don't even know what he looks like right now, or faceless woman, okay? You don't have to know what the person looks like. You don't have to know what the diagnosis exactly is going to be. You just have to go to the end of what you want, which is health, which is marriage, which is love, whatever it is. If someone is in a bad circumstance at the moment in your life, you imagine them out of it. How do you do that? You imagine them free from the situation. You imagine them telling you that they got what they wanted. You imagine you telling someone else they got what they wanted. You imagine right to the end of That whole situation is in the past and you're looking back on it laughing about, oh my God, remember when you got arrested for that thing you didn't do? Oh my God, that was terrible. Those few months where we were all worried about you, and look at you now, free as a bird and laughing about it. Remember when you went through that health crisis and now look at you, so healthy and going on marathons every weekend. Remember when, you can say, I remember when, or you look back. You guys are going to the end as if it's already done, as if it's already occurred, as if you already have what it is you want, whatever they want. You imagine it already here, you have received it, and then you will. You guys understanding the difference? Now, a schedule for doing that, someone said, what is a schedule to live in the end? You could literally, as you fall asleep at night, imagine the end you want. And as you wake up in the morning, imagine the end you want. So I do have meditations on my YouTube channel, Subconscious Souls. I have a wonderful one called Wake Up in the Wish Fulfilled. Go and listen to that. It's one of my first videos I ever did on my YouTube with a meditation, and it's one of my most favorite. And you wake up every morning imagining a scene that would imply you already have your wish. Your wish is done. The wish is fulfilled. And as you listen to it, you imagine what it is you want as if it's already here. I would do that every morning. Every night as you fall asleep, imagine the person sleeping next to you, or imagine you're healthy, or imagine what you want to hear, see, touch, experience in your 3D as if it's already happened. Do you guys understand? I'm just going to go get my dog. She's crying. You guys have got to go to the end of, not worry about the middle of whatever it is you want. Now, right now in your 3D reality, you could have a situation where there are things happening in the middle. So maybe there's a situation where you're trying to figure out how to get to the end. That's the middle. That's the how. We don't worry about the how because his ways are past finding out. If you guys have read the Bible, if you've read Neville Goddard's interpretation of the Bible, you understand that his ways, God's ways, you are God, are past finding out. You can't know the how. You can't know how it's all going to unfold. You just have to let it unfold naturally, however it's going to unfold. You don't have to worry about manifesting the proposal and then the wedding and then the honeymoon and then the this and then the that, unless you really want to. But that's sometimes, if it's leading up to the end, the how, and his ways are past finding out. You guys can do that. Sometimes you feel better doing it that way because you feel like the end is so far in the future. The end is out of sight. The thing is, guys, you've got to see it before you've got to believe it before you see it. You're not going to see it first. That's the whole point of this. Are you guys getting this? While I get my dog snacks. Yeah. Here you go. Here you are. Have some snacks. Look at that. All very good. Are you guys getting this? Who isn't understanding what living in the end means? Who isn't understanding what manifesting in steps is and what the difference is? Who isn't understanding what acting as if is, and that it is totally unnecessary because it involves fakery and pretend and doing, and there is no such thing as doing in manifestation. You're doing it in your mind only. Are you guys getting this, or are you lost? Walk by faith, not by sight. Exactly, Hope. Who is lost? Who is confused? I'm with a really great guy right now. He's so perfect. I feel like I keep putting him on a pedestal though. Guys, don't you want them to be perfect? What kind of fuckwit what kind of person would want a fuckwit? What kind of person would want a guy that isn't worth putting on a pedestal? Let's put it that way. If you're a guy wanting a girl, wouldn't you want to put them on a pedestal? Wouldn't you want them to be worthy of being on a pedestal? There's a difference between not thinking you're good enough and putting someone on a pedestal in that way and thinking you're less than them, and admiring and loving the person you want because you admire and love them. Of course you want them to be worthy of being on a pedestal. Otherwise, why would you be in love with them? So stop worrying about the fact that you're putting them on a pedestal, darling. And maybe, just maybe, you're so used to fuckwits and you're so used to narcs and you're so used to dickheads that finally, you've manifested a really good guy into your life and you can't possibly believe, and you feel like it's too good to be true. And that's why you feel like you're putting him on a pedestal. But just for once, you just got a really good guy. How about that? Ever think of that? What's this? I shouldn't have put my Wi-Fi on, guys. I shouldn't have left my Wi-Fi on. Sometimes my internet at the moment is so bad. Is this cutting out or can you hear me? God, I hope so. All right, guys, are you getting this? Are you understanding the difference between acting as if and pretending and living in the end in your mind? You don't have to walk around in a wedding dress. You don't have to put a ring on your finger. All you have to do is imagine how it would be and who you would be if it were true. What would you see, hear, touch, experience? How would you feel about yourself, about them, about the situation? What would you be experiencing in your 3D reality if it were already here? Live in your mind and imagine that in your mind daily until it comes about. You don't have to imagine how it's going to come about. You just have to imagine it has already happened or it is happening. If you find it hard to imagine it's already done, imagine it's coming. Imagine it's going to happen. Either way, you're going to the end, not the middle. Understand? But Loz, how do you fight your bloody intrusive thoughts? You realise you're God and you realise you're the only controller of said thoughts. There's you and there's your thoughts. If you're allowing your thoughts to run you, guys, I ask you, are you understanding that you're God? No, you're not. Banish those thoughts. Think the opposite every single time they come up. Every single fucking video I've ever made since 2021 is about that. Have you bothered to watch them, or are you just allowing your thoughts to take over your mind? Oh, I can't possibly do this because I had these intrusive thoughts. They're not intruding upon you, darling. You're allowing them to fucking run you like a runaway train. Take the reins of the fucking horse. Take the steering wheel of the train and steer it to your destination instead of being a fucking victim of your own thoughts. God damn it. They're intruding upon me like intruders. I'm being robbed. My thoughts are coming in and robbing me. They're intruding on the house of my brain. That's how you guys sound when you're like, intrusive. Guys, only you can control them. Take a handle of them. Think the opposite every time they happen. What do you think this is about? This is an exercise in self-discipline. Do you have any? I know that can seem hard at first, guys, but fucking try. The thoughts are taking over. Help. All right, victim. Why don't you try, getting off your fat ass and thinking different? How do I get rid of the third party fast? You get rid of the third party thoughts fast that caused her in the first place fast. What thoughts caused her, darling? Like, I'm not good enough, or I'm threatened by other girls, or he doesn't want me, or he doesn't love me, or he wants others. What thoughts were you having that caused her, darling? You're the only cause. How did you cause the bitch? Banish her away. Go and do my Banish the Third Party sleep tape. Or go and listen to my Thought Transmission channel. I've got a ton of Banish the Third Party videos over there. Or go and watch the only third party video you ever need to watch that I did the other day on my YouTube. God damn it. And listen. You caused her. Banish her away. Like Tinkerbell. Bye, bitch. Right? I want him to post me on social media. Do I just affirm he does? Why the fuck do you need that? How insecure are some of you bitches? Oh, I really, really want him to post me on social media so that way I don't feel like other girls are going to take him off me because they're going to know he's taken, or I want him to claim me so I feel validated that he loves me. Why do you need that, darling? I mean, go ahead and manifest that, but ask yourself why that's so important to you. Why? I know people who are married who don't even follow each other on Facebook, but you need to be posted on social media, do you? Ask yourself why. That's why he isn't. That's the answer. The reason you think he hasn't is the reason he hasn't. What's the reason? That's why he hasn't. You're causing him not to. And your need for him to do it is the problem here. And that's about you, not him. What if you can't go to the end? Well, then you're fucked, Marie. You're fucked, darling. Guys, think harder, Marie. You're honestly telling me you can't imagine the good scenario you want in your mind? Make it make sense. Oh, I can imagine the really, really bad one. I can go to the end of the really, really bad scenario really easy, but I can't possibly imagine the good one. Guys, you are manifesting all day long really negative scenarios and you are buying into those and you believe them real fucking quick, but you can't believe a nice end scene or even think of it. You don't even have to believe it. Just think it. But you can think shit all day long like master manifestors of shit. But you can't be a master manifester of one little end scene, can you, Marie? Are you kidding me? You've been here this long with me and you can't even do one little scene in your mind, like 20 seconds. Someone saying something to you, you hear it, like someone congratulates you. Or someone says a sentence to you that you wanted to hear. If you saw my journal right now, guys, I am literally circling things at the moment that I'm writing down and then sending it to someone and saying, I wrote this. You can't do that, Marie. Yes, you can. Loz, what's the coolest, craziest thing you manifested? I manifested something this morning. It was pretty cool, but I can't mention it. It was very cool, in fact. Guys, I don't tell you all my manifestations. I'm sorry. Some of them are just a bit too private. But lots of things, guys. Okay, so if he doesn't post me on social media, it's because I don't feel chosen. You think? Why do you need it, darling? The fact that you even need it is the answer. What about you needs that so badly? That's why he isn't doing it. But the fact that you need it is the answer. Oh, I need him to validate that he wants me and chooses me. I need him to show everyone that he chooses me because I don't actually believe that he is choosing me. I need him to prove it. Those of you with trust issues or those of you who need to be validated in the 3D on social media really need to ask yourselves the thoughts behind the need for that. That's the answer. You guys understanding this? It's hard not to think of the third party when I see her coats and he buys her presents and tells me, oh, Jesus. Guys, look, those of you who've manifested third parties, I ask you, if they're now going off and buying them gifts and shit, you don't think you deserve the gifts. That's why she's there, darling. If you actually could imagine yourself to be the person who deserves the gifts, he'd be buying the fucking gifts for you. You're the problem here. You manifested her and you manifested no fucking gifts. Guys, what part of this is all you do you not understand? Why are you even telling me about third parties when the third party is literally caused by your thoughts that you're not enough, caused by your thoughts of competition, caused by your thoughts of you won't get what you want? You are literally writing to me that you're not getting what you want and she's getting what you want, and then you're wondering why it's happening? It's not about her, darling. You can stop thinking about her all you like, but you're going to start thinking about you the right way? That's what caused her. Are you guys understanding that any third party in your situation is caused by your thinking? What are you thinking? It's in your question. So if I focus on being chosen and continue to persist in the story that I'm chosen, yes, you'll be chosen. Yes, guys, that's how it works. Watch some of these questions. I now understand why you shout. It's amazing to watch. Guys, I understand why Abdullah kept slamming the door in Neville's face until he got it. Oh, you're in Barbados. That's how I feel, guys. I'm just slamming the door in your face. You're not listening. Everything is you. Yes, Brittany. God damn it. Will my SP reflect that I now think I'm chosen? Well, he's reflecting that you don't feel chosen, darling. This is seriously your question. Seriously read your question. So if I focus on being chosen and continue to persist in the story that I'm chosen, my SP will reflect that. Your SP is reflecting that you're not chosen right now. So of course he'll reflect the opposite if you start thinking that way. You're currently manifesting him to not choose you. So why don't you do this correctly and manifest him to choose you with the right thoughts? And persist in those. Guys, are you not understanding you're creating all the shit? Why do you guys think I keep telling you you're creating it all? Because then you'll understand you can create the good stuff just as easily. But for some reason you find that so hard to get. Oh my God, I manifested the whole bad situation. Ah! Okay, so think the opposite and then it'll go away. Oh, is it that simple? How quickly and easily did you manifest the bad stuff? Oh, really quickly and easily. Right, so why don't you use that same power that you just utilized to create this shit to uncreate the shit? So don't manifest a date, manifest the full relationship. Guys, some of you are manifesting phone calls and dates and that's all you fucking get. Or you get unblocked. Big fucking whoop. Go to the end. Don't you want the whole fucking shebang, or you just want a date? Oh, he took me out on a date, never called me again. That was a pretty half-assed manifestation he did there. Why didn't you go to the end? Oh, because I don't really believe that he'll fully choose me, so I just did a half-assed manifestation because I don't believe in my power and I don't believe I'm really wanted by him. Well, there's your answer as to why you're not in the relationship with him. Are you guys getting this? When this is on YouTube, watch it back from the beginning, all about living the end and what it means. If you want a relationship, go to the end, not the date, not the date, not the date. Who cares about the fucking date when you're married? You probably can't even remember what date you went on. Oh, thank you, Lola. All right, guys, are you getting this? If not, come and join my free group called Subconscious Laws, or you can come and join us in my paid group, The Squad. We're doing Manifest What You Want by Christmas right now. We are up to week 2. You can go back and start week 1, do all the posts, do all the challenge tools that we put in every day. They're like posts that you interact with and keep each other accountable so you can manifest what you want by the end of this year. All right, guys, I will see you soon. Make sure to follow and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.